On October the 21st, we travelled to South Coast rivals Bournemouth. It was that man Guy Whittingham again who supplied the killer touch. (1-0) and 3 points for Pompey. Ipswich Town arrived at Fratton Park on the 28th of October. And the weather caused as many problems for Alan Knight as the opposition's strike force. When the game eventually resumed, goals from Martin Cool and Warren Neal weren't enough to earn us the points, and Ipswich went away 3-2 victors. Port Vale were the next visitors to Fratton Park on November the 11th, and Kenny Black was the first to find the way past Mark Grew. Excellent work by Guy Whittingham and a superb finish ensured a 2-0 victory and a return to the Potteries for Port Vale with nothing to show for it. West Brom made the journey down from the Midlands, but they were able to return with at least a point after a Martin Cool penalty. Once again, Guy Whittingham was on hand against Watford on December the 2nd. Unfortunately, his solitary goal wasn't enough to earn a point for Pompey. Points were becoming a desperate requirement as Christmas approached. But two superb strikes, the first from Mark Chamberlain, the second from Guy Whittingham, provided 3 welcome points at home park against Plymouth.
Well, Jimmy Gilligan, you joined us at the end of September. Your first match was away at Oxford. What was it like moving from Cardiff and coming to this particular club?
Well, obviously it was a big move. You know, I was very pleased to come up a division into the second division, and I came here with high hopes, and hopefully they're going to be fulfilled.
But it's fair to say that the club wasn't doing that well at that time.
No, they was having a bit of a bad time. The results hadn't gone for them, so obviously they needed to get a few wins under their belts, and that would have obviously installed the confidence they needed.
Took a bit of time to get the matches and get the results going towards the end of the season, but you were a part of that with some goals and also assisting up front with Guy Whittingham, of course, 2 good strong front men between you.
That's right. Obviously it took a long time for the results to come, and in fact it was probably the last 9 or 10 games from the season that we actually did start to show people our true potential, and yeah, I played a part in that, obviously playing up front with Guy, so it was very nice to be part of that.
What was it like fitting into this particular side?
I think the first year here has been quite difficult for me. You know, obviously it's a big change, and the way Portsmouth were playing at the time I joined obviously wasn't suiting me because they were playing with a sweeper. So I just like to play with maybe 2 front men up there. But the manager picks a side, so it's up to him, obviously.
But the changes at the end of the season brought success to Pompey and some very entertaining football, of which you were part.
Well, that's right, yeah. Obviously, the crowd started rolling in a bit. Like after we won 2-3 games, they started thinking, well, maybe I would come back. And we didn't lose for 9 games. So it was very, very entertaining at the end, and it was a joy to be part of the team. And it was nice, obviously, for the crowd for us to go out on a winning note as well.
Jimmy, the home crowd rose to you, didn't they, here at the park when Brighton and Hove Albion came and discovered what kind of football Pompey could play?
Yeah, that's right. We was 2-0 up at the time, and we was playing some very, very good football. Obviously, the lads were full of confidence. And Warren Neal got the ball on the right-hand side and knocked in a great cross. You know, it come to me at the far post. I was unmarked, and got my head to it and knocked it back across from where it came to, and it flew into the net. So obviously it was great for me to score a goal, but it was a good win for the lads, really.
When Leicester City arrived at Fratton Park on January the 1st, the year got off to a bad start. Goals from Mick Fillery and Steve Wigley weren't enough to prevent our third 3-2 reverse of the season. However, things were very different against Bradford City. Fillery again. Wigley the provider this time, and Chamberlain finishing it off. Gary Stevens also took the opportunity of a fine Pompey performance to register his first goal for the club. To add to Bradford's problems, They also had 2 players sent off. The victory over Bradford was the start of a great run at home for Pompey, and in fact only one side were to come to Fratton Park before the end of the season and earn all 3 points. On February the 13th, it was the turn of Newcastle United to visit Pompey, and a goal from Jimmy Gilligan was enough to earn us a point against the challengers for promotion. Away points were still vital though, and a visit to Boothbury Park against struggling Hull City earned us 3 with a superb header from Mark Chamberlain and another goal from that man Guy Whittingham. Swindon Town were another promotion-chasing side who visited Fratton Park in February. A goal from Kenny Black, once again earning a point for Pompey. Following Swindon Town came Wolves, still in the promotion hunt themselves, and the last side to win at Fratton Park before the end of the season.
Guy Whittingham, the opposite striker, back helping out as a defender. Wesley going up well, Poole was there, but it's gone in by the skipper. Bellamy on the near post, profiting from Poole's targeted header across to him, and Wolves are in front in the 36th minute. Bull did splendidly then. He'd been the man who earned the corner virtue in the first place. The header right across the danger area, and Bellamy had a very simple task of heading in, only his 2nd goal of the season, and Wolves are in front. Stevens, and suddenly Kevin Ball breaks from his defensive duties, and a good ball for Whittingham. Chamberlain is with him. Chamberlain could go all the way here. Well, the first bit of real excitement the Portsmouth fans have been able to enjoy. Chamberlain in full flow. Portsmouth manager urging greater effort from his side, but he must be pleased at the spirit they've shown at the start of the second half. Steele helping it back to Cook again. Good effort, well saved. Alan Knight quick to get across his goal then. A little layoff to Cook. He spotted Knight just moving to his right, but he got back left quickly enough. Gary Stevens will be the player coming off. I think he got a knock in a tackle a little earlier. He certainly played well, Gary Stevens. Distributed the ball very neatly. He makes way now for Martin Cool. Another man who can get forward and provide plenty of firepower. Scored 7 goals already this season and only really lost his place because of his 3-match suspension after collecting 8 bookings. Free kick it is. Fillory will take it. Oh, they all stood still and Whittingham didn't. And Portsmouth have equalised. Warren Neal with the cross. Everybody stood still in the goal mouth. But Guy Whittingham has had that kind of season when he has responded as others have dallied. And that's his 18th goal of the season. Fillory playing the ball into the right back position. Neal across, and Whittingham the quickest to respond. Although Tim Steele really will be disappointed that he didn't get there ahead of him, as Neal played it into the danger zone. 1-1 the score then, with just a little under 20 minutes to go, and Frank Burrows' substitutions have worked, I guess you could say, because Portsmouth have looked a lot better now in this second half.
Against Oxford United, that promising part